So Take-Two Interactive have just had their earnings call, and there's a few things that we need to talk about. Now, for those of you that don't know what an earnings call is, let me just walk you through it a little bit. Take-Two Interactive own loads of companies, like loads of games developers, whether it be mobile games, whether it be some of the favorite games that you love, such as Rockstar Games, or other games developers, for example, the team behind Mafia, 2K Games. Now, during these earnings calls, this is their opportunity to talk to investors, and this is where they explain to their investors what's happening within their business and what's going to be happening ongoing. Well, Take-Two have just finished their latest earnings call, and of course, this gives us some information about what's probably, almost definitely, going to be happening with Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, to start off with, let's just talk about what Take-Two Interactive said about their last quarter and everything to do with Rockstar Games. So for the past year, they've been saying that GTA 5, and in particular Grand Theft Auto Online, is slowly dying out, people becoming less interested. But what's actually happened is GTA Online has performed extremely well for the last quarter. In fact, quarter over quarter, they've been seeing a 5% increase in growth of GTA Online, which is actually quite surprising because for the past 6 months, personally, I felt like it started to die out a little bit, especially when it comes to GTA Online content. It seems to be appearing in my feed less. Now, the next thing that they spoke about are their forecasts for Fiscal 26. Now, we are currently in Fiscal 26. Fiscal 26 started on the 1st of April this year. Now, Fiscal 26 runs to the last day of March next year. And this is roughly what a fiscal calendar looks like. As you can see, it runs from April to March. Now, as soon as this was mentioned in the earnings call that their turnover was going to stay relatively the same, people started worrying about another GTA 6 delay. Well, we'll get onto that in a little bit, but for the time being, do not worry. No need to worry. Calm down, it's okay. As we know, GTA 6 has been delayed into the 26th of May next year. That's actually Fiscal 27. So them not having a massive increase in net bookings and a large amount of revenue coming in over the next year compared to their previous years anyway isn't really a cause for concern. But there is one slight cause for concern, and boys and girls, we will talk about it. Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, said that he expects GTA 6 to be released on the 26th of May 2026. Expects. Now, this is because recently Strauss Zelnick has been getting a little bit of backlash, and to be honest, it's quite understandable. Over the past few months, and well, over the past year in particular, he's taken a few different interviews, whether it's from Bloomberg or CNBC, and he's made it seem like he hasn't said anything explicitly, and this is why it's in a grey area, but he has alluded to the fact that everything's going good at Rockstar and everything's on track. Probably leaned into it more than he had to, for the sake of maintaining stock value, but yeah, he's made it categorically clear now that he expects GTA 6 to be on time. Well played, sir. Well played. Now, something else that they mentioned during the earnings call, which I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say allegedly is a lie. They said that development of GTA 6 started in 2020. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not Jason Schreier. I don't have inside sources. I'm not one of these people that has loads of inside sources at Rockstar. However, the conversations I've had from people who formerly worked at Rockstar and people that are in the industry suggested that GTA 6 and the nature, the content, and some of the work that went into it predated 2020. In fact, there was leaked memos of Rockstar employees heading over to Miami to do location scouting from as far back as 2018. So saying that GTA 6 entered development in 2020 may be like full-scale active development potentially, but there's been ideas, writing, research, and even small-scale development and testing happening for a few years prior to that at the very least. So I'm not sure why they threw 2020 out there, because in my opinion, that kind of undermines the amount of work that's really gone into GTA 6. Now, something else they touched on is the 24-hour views that Trailer 2 had. Now, for Trailer 1 for GTA 6, that was only launched on YouTube, and the key reason for that is, I don't know. Why would they do that? I imagine maybe there was a partnership with YouTube or maybe Rockstar, because to be honest, Rockstar are quite new to social media compared to other games developers. Like, they although they're massive on social media, they don't really use social media in all of its capacity. It's only been in the past 2 years, well, the past kind of year in particular, where we've got the Discord, and we've got them starting to share their marketing material on things like WhatsApp and, you know, using broadcasts on Instagram. They haven't really capitalized on their marketing scope and capability as much as other games developers have. So for trailer 2, they decided to publish the trailer on every platform, and across all platforms, it gained over 400 million views. 475 million if you want to get specific. Now, of course, they spoke about the success of GTA Plus, and to be honest, to a lot of people, they don't find value in it. To me personally, it's all right. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than Netflix, and for me, I get probably more value out of it. So for me, I'm okay with it, but I can understand why a lot of people aren't. It's more money that you got to spend in something that's already pretty grindy, so I get it. But the bit that really caught my eye and tickled me the wrong way is they talked about the development and ongoing development of 5M. Bruh, what? As far as I understand, from everyone I know that, you know, plays 5M and works in the 5M space and manages servers and all this stuff, it looks like that's been pushed to the wayside by Rockstar years ago. So I don't know, maybe there's still ongoing plans, maybe this Rome thing we've heard about will come into fruition. Who knows? You tell me. Now, one of the really important things that was brought up was the pricing of video games. So at the end of the earnings call, there was an opportunity for big investors, and to be honest, me, you, and Joe Blogg sat at home, we can't really ask Take-Two questions, but the big banks can. The people that have hundreds of millions of dollars invested in Take-Two, JP Morgan and Chase, and all of these venture capital firms, they can all ask the big juicy questions, but someone asked a very good one. With the way that pricing's going with gaming, obviously Mafia was released at a relatively lower price, and this guy essentially asked, is this more of a approach that Take-Two are looking at doing across the board, and maybe even for future titles? And Strauss Zelnick says something that's pretty reassuring. He basically alluded to the fact, well, he said in so much words, that if you make a hit, the sales will come. So I don't think that maybe for GTA 6, they're not going to be focusing on price per unit. They're going to be looking at reasonable price per unit with an absolute ton of sales, which is reassuring. But this also brings back the argument that if GTA 6 is $100, I'd argue that's good value for money, although not affordable by everyone. So it's really a question of how much patience do you really have? Because you're going to be waiting a year to find out the price anyway. Or maybe from pre-orders later this year or start of next year. So hopefully that wraps up the Take-Two Interactive's earnings call. If you've got any questions or you've got any thoughts, opinions, ideas, or you listen to it yourself, drop a comment down below. And yes, I'm in the new studio. I know a few of you will probably be mentioning that. And secondly, there are longer videos coming. I'm still unpacking. If I turn the camera around, it's a mess. So you're seeing the pretty side of the studio. But tomorrow, all day, I'm working on the next video, which is diving into more areas of GTA 6 from the screenshots we got from Rockstar. I haven't recorded a video in the mask in ages, boys. Thank you for watching. Love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one.
New beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab.